TD says, love K Dot, but it's almost dry. It's still album of the year. No. You know what? I went back and listened to Pusha T's album, man. I'm just not. I don't know, man. It doesn't do much for me, man. I say that respectfully. You know how much of a Pusha fan I am.
You know how big I am on them.
And
How about this?
even when I tried to listen to them reorder it and all that stuff, it's like I don't know, man. This can't even be compared, in my personal opinion. Like I'm gonna pick this album over that album by far. The Black Star album, yes, it's still album of the year in my eyes. But
Yes. Okay, so let's jump to a couple of things right quick while we're here. Hold on.
Coop even jumping in the chat. I see you over there, Coop.
Yeah, I had to jump in right quick. Somebody asked me if I thought my steer was great. I said I thought it was good, not great like I originally thought. Let's go to It's Almost Dry right quick. So when I listen to Brambleton, I think it's like, well, that might be the best rap song this year. But that's part of the problem. That lets me know what you're capable of. When I listen to Brambleton and Let the Smoker Shine the Coop, I try to think, it's like, well, I don't know if I've heard 5 better hip-hop songs than just those 2 songs. But then there's the rest of the album, and I'm like, well, it's a letdown. I will tell you this, Diet Coke would have been better had they held it. They should have held Diet Coke because
it doesn't feel the same. No, I feel the same way. I was listening to Silent Hill and Diet Coke and Let the Smoker Shine the Coop like back and forth and like N95, and I'm like, I must admit, these Kendrick songs are just on a higher level, man. To me,
I don't think that Brambleton is probably my rap song of the year right now, so I wouldn't agree with
really
that either. Brambleton or Auntie Diaries, because here's the thing about it, it's like, how can we name a song of the year that people don't really play like that? It has to be, you don't get to skip the streets in here. You don't. People got to ride around to it. People got to want to hear it. And
what do y'all think is song of the year so far in the chat? And yes, Michael Sanders, hit that like button, y'all. Yeah, get them likes up, man. We had 330 people in here consistently. What do y'all think is hip hop song of the year for 2022 so far?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think Brambleton's the first one that's gonna come to mind for
Brambleton, me. Johnny P's Caddy, Let the Smoker Shine the Coop.
I'm fine with Johnny P's Caddy.
So okay. I can get with Johnny P's Caddy. I can meet you in the middle on Johnny P's Caddy.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But Auntie Diaries isn't it, because even though it's some of the best writing ever, like period, how many times are you gonna play the song? Songs that win Song of the Year, songs like What You Know by T.I., Nothing But a Dream Thing by Dr. Dre and Snoop, Gin and Juice by Snoop. You get what I'm saying?
I see Johnny P's Caddy a lot. I see We Cry Together a lot.
California Love. You get what I'm saying when I'm talking about Song of the Year stuff? You think Auntie Diaries is like that? It's not that. And that's what I mean about checking certain boxes.
Ooh, Denzel Curry walking. What's that?
Frequency is dope.
Yeah, I'm looking in the chat too.
Me too. Denzel Curry walking. Okay.
I see walking a lot. Yeah.
Uncle Bun. Uncle Bun's a personal favorite.
Shout out to Ray Rims. Yeah, with the super chat, he says Uncle Bun by Benny the Butcher and 38 Special. Okay. Mirrors. I got it out of 4 out of 5.
I gave it a 4 out of 5 too.
I think it's a really dope way to end the album, although I feel like we could have ended the album on Mother I Sober. Just because of how it sounds. It's kind of like when, I've heard David Banner say this. A lot of people feel like Aquemini should have ended with Liberation and not Chunky 5. But I like the fact that it ended with Chunky 5. But that's the same mindset here.
More. Hold on. I appreciated Chunky Fire more after I had listened to Stank On You, and I was realizing it's like,
this is where we're going.
Like, no, I see where you were going, but it's like, y'all needed to just stay right there. That's why you can hear the separation. Chunky Fire is so great. Like, isn't Chunky Fire better than like 85% of Stank On You?
Yeah, I mean, it's Aquemini, man. I mean,
but it's the only song on Aquemini that really sounds like that. And it's like, no. You can tell that they were still together. And it's like, if y'all would have been together doing that, Oh, Stankonia would have been another 5, but because of Chunky Fire, you can hear the separation, even stylistically, when they're stepping into that realm.
And Stankonia starts with Gasoline Dreams, so heavy guitars again. So it's like you're starting where you ended off. I think that was purposely, but
Yeah, and it is, but it's nothing like Chunky Fire. It's nowhere near as good as Chunky Fire.
no, it's not. I
It's not.
mean, yeah. But again, I like the fact that it ended with Chunky Fire. And I think that if it would have ended with Liberation, I mean, I guess it would have been a nice ending, but it would have been a predictable ending. Just like I guess if he would have ended this with Mother I Sober, because they did that with what was that? 13th Floor, Getting Old, Growing
Yeah,
Old.
you still had the Elevators remix right after that, which I thought was intentional so that they didn't end it on that somber tone, which
You're
is why
right.
they did the same thing with Chunky Fire.
Yeah, but that Elevators remix, it's like it's the end of the album. Man. I never listened to that Elevators
Me
remix.
neither. I don't love the beat. The first beat is so classic.
Yeah, the first beat's so much better. It's one of their best songs. Period. You can't really
It
outdo a
really
remix.
is.
Yeah, you can't really remix something like that. That's why when Q-Tip remixed Scenario, and the fact that that beat's actually better than the original,
Better than the original.
that
Yeah.
makes one of the most impressive remixes ever. Because most of the impressive remixes are when the remix actually improved a song that was just okay.
I don't know about that because I think the best remixes are probably Scenario remix, Flavor in Your Ear remix, and One More Chance remix, and I consider all the original versions to be classics as well.
Really? I think all right, and no disrespect to Craig Mack, and I like the original Flavor in Your Ear, but I
No,
think that
it's
the
hard.
remix is much better.
It's
No,
much.
it's not one of those
It's,
much better in the way of like Black
no,
Sheep much better. You know what I mean?
no, it's much better, but how can it not be much better when you have Biggie Smalls, Buster Rhymes, and LL Cool J on it, and Craig Mack's just on the original?
I don't
But
think
that
that's the best
the
example.
original song is
Yeah.
that's the. It doesn't change the fact that the original is a classic. It's just that the remix is a bigger classic, much like Scenario.
He just added some
Yeah,
I
that's
think that that's unfair to Craig Mack, right? Like you said, when you add Biggie, Busta Rhymes, Rampage, LL, of course, it's gonna be a better song than when you were just by yourself.
Puff
Now,
dancing in the videos and shit. Got Puff dancing in the videos and shit.
I
Yeah.
think when you talk about that One More Chance remix, that is a whole nother level from that original. When you talk about the Crossroads remix for Bone,
That's
that's a
whole level.
whole nother level.
See, no. See, the original One More Chance is a dope hip hop song on a all-time great hip hop album. The One More Chance remix is one of the greatest songs ever. The Crossroads on Bones album is like a good song
It
on a
fits with
great
the
album.
album, but yeah, it's
Right.
not a
The remix,
yeah, it's not an all-time great song like the remix is. Or The Choice Is Yours by Black Sheep. The original is
yeah, the original's enough.
I'm seeing DeCarlo say The Heart Part 5 for Song of the Year.
No. What I did like about how he ended this album is he
I
lets
didn't
you.
even entertain it, huh?
No, I'm not entertaining that. He said, "I choose me. I'm sorry." You see how I keep on saying, "I can't please everybody." Are you happy for me? I choose me. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's letting you know that he's not in love. Faith in one man is a ship sinking. He's telling you, like distance yourself from me. He talks about jokes and gaslighting, running away from the culture to find my heart.
I love the message.
He's being honest with you.
Where do you have this album?
Huh?
Rank Kendrick's albums.
I'm still going Good Kid, Mad City at number 1. I actually had Damn at number 2 until like recently, like going back and listening to Pimp a Butterfly, and then this. I have Pimp a Butterfly at number 2. I have Damn at number 3. Right now, I would tentatively probably have this at a tie with Section 80 at 4th because I feel like Section 80 is kind of like a 4.25 just for different reasons. The songwriting on here is superior by far. He's in a totally different place as an artist, and it's beautiful. And creatively, he's somewhat of a genius. But the shit on Section 80 be riding, and that's where his flame really started flaming.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason that the flame started flaming is because some of the stuff that he's doing now, well, the birthplace of it is Section 80, and it connects more to the listener on a hip hop level.
ADHD connects.
That's what I mean. Cushion Corinthians connects.
Yeah. Even Rigor Mortis.
Rigor mortis connects, yes.
Let
And
me
so,
ask you this though, man. I mean, do you have your damn notes in front of you? Because I do want to talk about damn real quick because I think for me, that's the discussion. Like maybe I'm bugging, but I'm
oh,
willing to put this over damn. Maybe I'm being prisoner of the moment.
I think maybe you are.
Okay.
Here's what I just want to get to my highlight notes, and then we can get to that right quick. I
Okay.
said the videos will be very important to how this project is remembered.
Definitely.
I said this is another contract fulfillment double album. The Andre influence is still evident. I said maybe he's been too insulated, but he kind of finding out that he's been outside. I said, whereas TDE is the relationship strain. And this was my last note. I said, the pressure is easier when you are younger and more naive to what the pressure is. He has not adjusted well to the pressure. He has become a grown man in his 30s, and he has expressed that. My last thought is listen to this. The project's well engineered.
Yeah, it is. And I think that that's what, to me, makes N95 and Silent Hill a different kind of listen when you listen
Sounds
back
great.
and forth from some of the Pusha T stuff.
Sounds
Because,
great.
yeah, because the
Great.
Kanye stuff wasn't really engineered that well on It's Almost Dry.
Sounds great. Niggas acting like they broke, like they recording in the basement, like it's 36 chambers. Like I told you, it's not cool. You got money. This is what
Yeah,
I'm talking about. This dude know he got money. This album's well engineered. You hear it
yeah.
on Silent Hill and N95. You hear it on Die Hard. He, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like engineering matters. You
No,
know?
no, no. It does. Sonics matter, and I think that the way that he positioned this album, especially on the first couple of tracks, they were trying to Soundwave was trying to take this thing somewhere else sonically. Now, I
Yeah.
know we talk about the inconsistency of this album. Where do you think this album's inconsistent?
It just doesn't really captivate you in terms of the replay factor when you want to listen again. When you walk away from the great songs, you
Mm-hmm.
said it yourself. Most of the great songs are in relationship to the brilliant writing. Hold on. Name another hip hop album you say that about that's a classic. Like, for whatever people want to say, and this is what I mean about the content being so heavy too. Okay, so listen to what I'm about to say. Nas's best albums aren't content heavy. Illmatic's not content heavy. It's a timeless theme. It Was Written is not content heavy. Stillmatic, not content heavy. The heaviest theme on Stillmatic is Rewind. It's a story being told backwards. That's the heavy. And what goes around? No, what goes around is probably the heaviest theme
Mm-hmm.
on it. Like he doesn't spend most great rappers, even on their best projects, don't spend a lot of time getting deep into the rhetoric because it usually doesn't produce classic work. Because it's hard to get that far in depth and it to come off as a classic. That's why we hold It Takes a Nation of Millions so high, because that's the best take on it. It is the album where it's like, well, man, the rhetoric is just superior and supreme and what black people need to hear and effective for the time, but the shit slaps like
Yeah, the
nobody's
production's
business
crazy.
too. The shit slaps like nobody's business too. So It Takes a Nation of Millions is probably the hardest pull off in hip hop history in terms of classic albums because it has the heavy content and subject matter, but you still ride to it. Go to our other classic stuff. The content's not super heavy like this album. It's not super heavy like To Pimp a Butterfly, which is why if you put To Pimp a Butterfly in the canon of great hip hop albums, Good Kid, Mad City is probably going to register higher, even though it's not as clear and as concise and as well put together. People ride to Good Kid, Mad City more. Illmatic, The Purple Tape, Doggy Style, The Chronic, The Low End Theory, Enter the Wu-Tang, Life After Death, Paid in Full, Follow the Leader. The Greatest Adventures of Slick Rick. These are not deep content albums. They're not. They're not.
Jay Short says, no one does remixes anymore, but this album needs one. And you know, it's funny you said that about remixes. The
That's
one
shady.
song that I thought could have used a remix or can have a remix, once again, Silent Hill. Could you see them just adding more people on that? I would
Oh
like
yeah.
to see a TDE Black Hippies remix of
Yo,
Silent Hill.
can totally see Q and Absol jumping on this track.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
If they want to kind of keep it, how about this? This is what I mean. It sounds Wheels of Steelish. Can't you see Savage and Lil Baby jumping on that beat too?
Oh yeah. Yo, One Love is on the Illmatic. You know, we want to talk about content being
Oh
amazing.
no, that's what I mean. That's more of a timeless theme than a deep thought. He's talking about his friend being incarcerated in jail. No, that's not deep when you're from the project. That's what's going on. It's not deep. The
I
themes
think
on
it's the one concept record on there. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna do a concept where I'm writing a letter to my guy that's, you know what I'm saying, taking his summer vacation. Because the original story behind it was, I think Q-Tip wanted to name the song Summer Vacation or something like that. Or
right, but is
yeah.
it rooted in a timeless theme that's going on in the projects, or is it rooted in depth? It's rooted in the timeless theme. One love while you locked up. I got you. No. If you're from the projects, it's like that's easy. Like if you ever wrote somebody from jail, that's how we end the letters. One love.
They say Coop's always comparing modern rap to the 80s and 90s. Yeah, we are very removed from those times. The 90s was
I mean,
like
no.
30
Like I
years
said,
ago, Coop.
we can compare it to Good Kid, Mad City, though. Like that's
Okay.
why I said the themes on Good Kid, Mad City are timeless. Like they're more timeless than this stuff. That's why I said we don't have to go to Illmatic. We can go to Good Kid, Mad City. There's no Money Trees on here either. There's no Backseat Freestyle. There's no Real on here. There's no Sing I'm Dying of Thirst. So it's like I know I'm an 80s, 90s guy because I was born in the 80s, raised on hip hop culture in the 90s. But if you want to go to something recent, it's like, well, it's not My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or Good Kid, Mad City. How about that?